the Boston Bastard Brigade, On the Street Inc., Wicked Anime, and Black Compare proudly present Duck Amuck in Japan.
Bastards and wenches, welcome to episode 54 of Duck Amuck in Japan. I am your King Baby Duck Evan Borgo, Mr. Riki Bukuro, and #1 fan of Sanrio character Big Challenges. Joining me as always is the king of all cat girls, the hard man with harder opinions, and the creator of Solarian Sun, AFLM.
Yes.
And we have the lying block, the stupid awesome analyst, and master of all things power metal, JonStar.
I'm playing Power Metal right now.
Really? Which power metal are you playing?
No, I'm playing Tetris.
Oh, right, yeah. Hey guys, so I just realized that, so we have 3 more episodes, 3 including this one, before Boston Bastard Brigade fully becomes Duck Amuck in Japan. Now,
interesting.
Yeah, for 16 and a half years, I have always opened up the show by calling, our fan base the Bastards and Wenches. But now, with changing to Duck Amuck in Japan, I'm wondering, should I keep that? Should that change? And if I am to change that, what should it be? What should the new fan base be called?
Ducklings.
Mallards and ducklings.
Mallards and ducklings. Okay, I'll put that. Yeah. Maybe mallards and ducklings sounds like a good idea. Or kappas. I have my little gay kappa son here from Sarazanmai hanging around. But yes, we have 3 more episodes of this before Duck Amuck in Japan fully takes over. We are going to be doing a soft launch of the Duck Amuck in Japan website in just a couple of weeks. But we have just about well over a month left of Boston Bash Brigade fully being in existence. Now,
wow.
It's not going to be disappearing. It's still going to exist in archive form. You're going to be able to look at the old articles, listen to old podcast episodes. But if you want the new stuff, you got to go to the new website. And if you want to save the name of the new website now, it is duckjapan.com.
Hooray.
Hooray. So just some little news and tidbits as to what's going on. So guys, the other day, I was looking on my TV. I turned my TV on, and I see the first thing that pops up is this show, Euphoria. Now, I've never watched Euphoria because it's not my thing. It's in my opinion, it's not a good story. It's kind of gross, and I'm certain that you guys have never watched the show either because
I've seen all of Euphoria.
Really?
Yeah, because it was a thing out of. I wasn't going to watch it. It was never on my radar, nor was I interested in it. But one of my buddies reached out to me and he said, "Hey, you got to check this out. This is one of the most atrocious things I've ever seen." And so I watched it. He said, like, at least watch the first episode. So I watched the first episode, and then I ended up watching all 2 seasons, not because I liked it, but because I was just like appalled at what HBO, because it's simulated child pornography.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now that since you've watched it, so I have a question for you, because it's popular enough. It's got a 3rd season. My question is, after Euphoria is done, will HBO then adapt Maggot Baits?
So, all right. I know that, like, Maggot Baits is like actually, hilariously enough, it's kind of like the Japanese version of Euphoria in a way. But I totally forget the exact plot line of this one.
I mean, it's not like Euphoria at all, but it's
You mean to tell me that HBO took a visual novel and adapted it like nothing like the original visual novel? They pulled a Paul W.S. Anderson?
it yeah, but man, it's crazy. It's crazy to think like I like this joke because
thank you. I've been wanting to make this joke for years.
Well, because Maggot Baits is like the leftover trash of it's too extreme to put into a game. Oh, oops, we made a game out of it. Yeah. And so it's pushing those boundaries where HBO is like clearly a bunch of like pedophile producers that are just like, I wonder if we can push the envelopes by simulating kids having sex. And then they do that and nobody says anything. Like nobody, they're just like, oh, we can just get away with this? That's kind of awesome. And then and then I watch it, I'm just like, this is horrific.
Yeah.
Horrific.
Yes. Yeah. Like I've been wanting to make this joke for like 3-4 years ever since the first season like popped up. And
Man,
I'm like,
that's a throwback for me. Like we hadn't talked about Magabate since freaking anime.
I know none of us, the three of us, none of us have played this, but we have friends that have bought the game and have played it. I know there's somebody in our friend circle who has a copy of this game. I just can't remember who.
I don't know.
It's one of them, and we're associated with them, and we're disgusted.
Yes, we are disgusted.
But you are correct. I've never played this game.
Yeah, I've never played Euphoria. I've watched that. I've watched the anime version of Euphoria all in 5 minutes. I watched all 6 episodes in 5 minutes because it's mostly me going, oh, that's gross. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Okay, that's kind of hot. Oh, now it's gross again. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. And I watched the whole thing in 5 minutes.
I've seen stills of some things that happen in the game, and I don't know why I would want to spend money on that. So, no thanks.
No thanks indeed. No thanks indeed. Well, yeah. Little joke that I've been wanting to make for a very long time. All right. On to the actual show. So I got a little bit of a shout out to give. To start off, it's our good buddy, Shinoda from the band Top Secret Man. I've got 2 reasons why I want to give this man a shout out.
Do tell.
So the first reason is he's on the brand new M-Flow album. M-Flow are one of the biggest hip-hop groups in all of Asia. I saw them live back in 2019. I've been listening to them since my college days. They're legit one of the greatest hip-hop acts of all time. And Shinoda is featured on one of the songs from the new album Supplemental. Here's a little bit of it.
Yeah.
That is totally him.
That's him.
So, big congrats to him to be showcased on one of the biggest hip-hop acts in Asia. And the other reason why I want to give him a shout-out, he has announced, even though it happened back in April, he publicly announced that he has gotten married.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so he married Shina-chan. So he has that song that goes, Shina-chan kawaii, Shina-chan kawaii. And she is part of a Japanese pop group herself. So they actually got married. and to announce that they had gotten married, they had shared a couple of wedding photos. And these wedding photos they're kind of interesting because it does show their shared hobby of scuba diving. Oh, come on. Oh, why isn't it working? Stop. There we go, scuba diving.
My word.
Yep. I mean, they sure love the scuba dive. I mean,
that's great.
Yes, lots of good scuba diving. As you can see, she's holding a big needle to vaccinate him because there's a lot of weird shit in the sea that might bite you and kill you. And she wants to make sure that he'll be nice and healthy before he goes and takes a deep dive. Before both of them take a deep dive. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Indeed.
This is a joke, Shino-chan. I love you. You're a good guy. Congratulations on getting married. So anyway, I wanted to share that before we get pulled out off the air for showing that too long. One other thing that I've been doing lately is I've been going back and listening to a lot of Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
Because I've been on a Wu-Tang Clan kick lately. There's a brand new Wu-Tang Clan video game that's coming out. One of my friends, Danny Pana from Gamertag Radio, is helping to create the game. And it's basically going to be like what I've always wanted a Wu-Tang Clan game be. Like this action RPG, kind of a Final Fantasy game starring the Wu-Tang Clan.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, but it's like, I've been wanting something like that since high school, and this dude's actually helping make it a reality. So it's awesome. So I find that to be awesome. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is, so I was watching an episode of Hot Ones, and they had the episode with Donald Glover on. And Donald Glover also goes by the hip-hop name Childish Gambino. And I had totally forgotten that he got his name from the Wu-Tang name generator. And for shits and giggles, I actually put our names in the Wu-Tang name generator. So I have our real names and I have our pen names as well too. So when I put my real name in there, the Evan Borgo name in there, my Wu-Tang name became Vulgar Madman.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, out of the three of us, I'm the one who curses the most in the show, so I guess that is true. And then for my pen name, when I typed in King Baby Duck, I got Respected Lover, which are like kind of two polar opposites of one another.
Very opposite.
Yeah. So for the Fleming, for you first, Andrew, we look at Wicked Dreamer. Isn't that awesome? I mean, like, you got Wicked in your name.
That's wicked awesome.
Yeah, Wicked Dreamer. And then for AFLM, Quiet Swat.
Wow, it's the opposite, just like yours.
Yes. And then for you, John, real name, Amazing Pupil, even though you're a teacher.
Eyes.
And then for your pen name, Zexy Knight.
I like that one. I'll take that.
So, yeah, those are our Wu-Tang names. I've been listening to a lot. One of the reasons, too, that I've been listening to Wu-Tang is I downloaded the iDJ app. I've had it for a while, but I bought the full version with the annual subscription. Mm-hmm. And I have been doing remixes where I've been mashing up Wu-Tang Clan with Japanese hip-hop with, like, M-Flow and Creepy Nuts. And they come out really good. Like, I really want to try out these mashups in an actual club setting to see if anyone will enjoy it or not. So yeah, just a little thing there about Wu-Tang Clan, but I don't really have a segue for this next thing. This is something that I wanted to hide from the guys because I'm going to show you the first slide and I want you to guess what this is that I went to.
Andrew, take out your kanji knowledge.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really help when you can only identify the small kanjis of the hiragana.
I mean the katakana, or both.
No, hiragana.
Oh, hiragana too.
Yeah.
All right.
Tachiha ri.
No, tachiwa. Tachiwa. Remember, ha can sometimes be wa.
Oh, okay. And then Keira no ni ara or
I'm out on this one.
are.
Okay, you give up.
Take wo shite. I don't know.
Okay. Uma Musume Cinderella Gray exhibition.
Oh, that I feel foolish for not being able to point that out.
What's that image from that you had? Is that from like the opening of the anime or something?
Yeah, it's the close up of I think that's Ogre Cap's eye, or it's either Ogre Cap or Tamamon Cross's eye. Because who has the birthmark right here?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that isn't that March. Oh no, that's a sweat bee.
That's a sweat mark. Okay, so that is Ogre Cap. So at Anime in Ikebukuro until the middle of March, they are showcasing Uma Musume, Cinderella Gray, and at this event they have actual pencil tests and drawings from the anime, as well as real props that they used on the show.
What?
Shoot.
Yes. So when you enter, you get to see some of the main horse girls there. You've got your Ogre Cap and your Tomomo Cross, and then the other ones that...
Belno and March and Minnie. And then, but then Dicta Striker. I love Dicta Striker. She was so great. She's not being put into the game yet. I'm very upset about that. Like, not even like far into the future. Yeah, she's not in the game yet.
Interesting.
And then Super Creek.
Mm-hmm.
And Saya Chiyoko and Tamamo Cross. I love it. I love this.
Yes. And then once you enter there, you're greeted with it's the actual tracksuit that they used in the show. Yeah. The real legit tracksuit that Ogre Cap runs in.
Yeah, her shoulder looks a little bit broken.
Yeah.
it kind of does. And then when you turn to the left, you're greeted with this is her diet. This is her actual diet.
Oh my gosh, it looks delicious.
It does, dude. Like, I wanted to eat all of it. It looks so good. I know I would get the Prego belly that they all get afterwards, but like, it would be so worth it.
Fun fact: Ogre Cap, the real horse, was not like an excessively hungry horse. Mm-hmm. Ogre Cap just, like a dog, didn't know when to stop eating because Ogre Cap did not know when he was full. So he would just eat and eat and eat and eat until he would get sick.
Oh, okay.
I knew it had to like cut in some real way, but I didn't know how.
Yeah, horses are just big dogs anyway, so it makes sense that they would have the same non-receptors of like, I don't know when I'm supposed to stop eating. I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah. All right.
And they explode.
Yep. And then we see the actual sets they use. So there's Trainer's office on the left. And then on the right, we have technically Ogre Cap's first bedroom.
Yeah.
So if you recall in the first episode, she arrives and like the other horse girls kind of bully her and be like, hey, this is your room. And it's just a storage room. A room of my own. It's like she's just too wholesome to realize that she's being bullied. Now, you'll notice all the way in the back, there is something hanging up on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her training schedule. Cool. So
cute.
So 4 a.m. Stretching, which means she probably wakes up 3:30 in the morning or either just rolls out of bed at 4, stretching, jogging for 10K. She does not eat until 6:30 a.m. Lots of stretching, 5K, 1,000 meter runs. Like, it's crazy, like, what... Let me see if I can zoom in here. It's crazy, like, what her training regimen is. Jogging. I can't figure out what Tressen is, though. Tressen. I'm trying to figure out what that's supposed to be in katakana. Warm up, road dashes, bath, go to bed at 9 p.m. So she probably gets 6.5 hours of sleep every night, or even 6 hours.
Do horses need less sleep?
I don't know.
Because that sounds very unhealthy.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Elf, and I had time to make that rocking horse.
And then, let me see, make sure that's showing up there, right? So now we've got some pencil drawings, some actual like drawings that they use in the anime, and I gotta say, like, Cygames Pictures have really gone up and above, like, in the last few years of like demonstrating just how amazing their work is.
That's so great.
And you didn't get me one of these?
I know, right? What a jerk.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't have 200,000 yen to drop for this, man.
Yeah, you don't get 200,000 yen. You steal it, Evan.
If I could get one of these, like if I could just get one of these for my collection of animation cells,
Yeah.
that would be my like holy grail. And I've got some good ones. Like that,
Yeah,
I've already
I know.
got some good ones. So
Yeah. So, this is something that makes me laugh. This, if you recall, her first victory, the song that she had, didn't even sing the song. She just danced to it. And of course, everyone's reactions to this cutesy folk song. And the hands in the face is just so perfect. Wow.
I love this show.
I love it so much. And this is the actual song. Oh, come on. Stop moving. Okay, so this is the actual song. It is a real song, by the way, that was written back in 1977. So I actually sent the clip of the song to my teacher, Hatare Sensei, from the Cultural Exchange Initiative, because she's from Mino, which is mentioned in the song. And I was asking, do you know this song? Is this real? Or like, yeah. This was written in...
She's from 1977.
Yeah. Well, the show's supposed to be like the 1980s. But yeah, so this is the actual lyrics of the song, Akatsumatsu in Mino, a rather picturesque sight. To the west is Ibuki, and to the east is Kisoji. I grew up in the flow of Kisoji. I'm good at dancing. If I were a flower, I would be a bud. Now let's sing and dance together. That's it. Kasamatsu Ondu Shankuku. I won't sing the rest of it, or say the rest of it. But it's interesting, like that they actually showed the lyrics to the song. Mm-hmm. It's such a cute. Even though they're it's so cute watching her dance to that. The song is like basically it's a children's song to dance to, and that's what makes it even cuter that an Ogre Cap is dancing to it.
Got it.
I love my dumb retard horse.
Careful, Andrew. Please don't call Ogre Cap that. She is precious. All right. Actual set of the school, the office, and the sign that hangs over the head, Eclipse first, the rest nowhere, which is an actual quote from a newspaper in the 1700s. Like there was a horse named Eclipse, and Eclipse was known as one of the best horse races back in the 1700s. And so they said Eclipse first, the rest nowhere, which means Eclipse always come first. And why bother with the others? Why bother with the rest of the horses? Eclipse will always be on top.
Very cool.
I can't really zoom in too much onto here, but like when you look at the newspaper clippings, it's just gibberish. It's not even real writing.
Is it lorem ipsum?
Not lorem ipsum. It's just legit like
equivalent.
Yeah, it's like squiggly lines.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yep. Some more shots here from the show, and we have like I forget what these were for. I believe of course this is like we're gonna cheer for Ogre Cap in the crowd. We have the rice. I can't remember. Do you remember the tomatoes? The reason for the tomatoes?
Mm.
And there's a DVD here too that I was trying to figure out what that was supposed to represent.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Shogun, what can you do? And then more. So these are the gates and the outfits for Ogre Cap and Tamamo Cross. The 1-to-1 scale of the gates, which are
Could you stand in them?
neat. What?
Could you stand in them?
Yeah, you can stand in them.
That's
No,
awesome.
I did not get a picture of myself in it, though, sadly.
Are the outfits to scale of the heights of the characters?
Yes, they are.
So did you like tower over Tamamo Cross?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, she's like super. She's little. She's cute.
Yeah, yes. And some great shots here at Tamamo Cross. And I got, zoom in here, just the detail of her teeth here. You were mentioning Holy Grail, Andrew. This would be the Holy Grail of shots, in my opinion.
To be completely honest, like I almost love Tamamo Cross as much as I love Ogre Cap.
Yeah. I'm the same way. But like, just like Saiging's pictures have just been on a roll lately when it comes to their animation, because they've been doing the Cinderella Gray. Beginning of a New Era, by the way, opens this Friday in American theaters. I hope you two are actually going to go and see that.
I think me and my buddy Seth are gonna go see it on next Friday.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna want to hear your thoughts on that. But
I have a
if he-
colonoscopy.
If he actually gets the tickets, because he's the one who's buying the tickets. So if he actually gets the tickets.
Gotcha. But yeah, so they've been doing this. They did Princess Connect Redive, which was also a side games title. They did Apocalypse Hotel. I didn't watch that. They also did The Summer Hikaru Died. I've never watched that, but I've watched clips, and like the animation of that is also really gorgeous. So like they've just been on a roll as of late with their animation, and it's just so good. Got more horse girl pictures here. We got our favorite dark skinned horse girl on the left. And
Well, favorite, she's definitely one of them. But favorite, I don't know. I think Amazon, Hishi Amazon almost might take that still. Not
okay,
sure. Can't remember. I don't know.
yeah,
My baby Michelle is pretty good. Michelle, my baby.
yeah, okay. It's got more shots here. Again, like these, the fact that they even color these too, because like these days, like most of the coloring in anime is all digital, and for them to already color them in on the pencil tests.
Yeah, those are for layering. Like obviously there's like shadow reference, so it's shadow reference, layering of animation, and actually it honestly just seems like most of it is shadow. It's shadow placement.
Okay, all right. You being the animators, like you would of course know this more than me, but nonetheless, it did because I've seen pencil tests and such, and like this is the first time I've seen pencil tests where they had the color and they had the shadow or whatever you just called it. Because all the other pencil tests I've seen, whether it was like what we saw last week for Ghost in the Shell, or like for Don to Don, and for when I saw Soul Eater, there were no colors. It was just all black and white.
Interesting.
Yeah. Some more shots there of Tamamo Cross, and this I love this one here. I think this is from the end credits segment, or maybe the second to last part where
it's the end credits.
Yeah, of young Ogre Cap and young Tamamo Cross running, and then you're greeted at the end of this exhibit with two things. So, all made of shots from the actual anime to build
so
this.
Cute.
Like, the fact that they didn't sell a replica of this in the gift shop pissed me off, because I would have bought it. This is so cool. Like, and like you can when you go and see it for yourself. Like, they didn't just like, oh, we'll place the Ogre Cap and Tamamo Cross on top of the picture. No, all these pictures legit make the embrace of Ogre Cap and Tamamo Cross. It's amazing.
Yeah, they typically don't do that anymore. Usually when you see these mosaic things now, it's like they overlay it and like the pictures like falsely make the colors of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a common practice now, and it kind of bugs the crap out of me. It's like, come on, that's so lazy.
It's incredibly lazy.
Yeah. And then we had like an original drawing for the exhibition of Ogre Cap from at the end, and then you could take a little photo off with Ogre Cap after that. So that's the Uma Musume exhibition. If you're in Tokyo until I think the end of middle of March, it's at the Animate Ikebukuro on the 8th floor. It's definitely worth checking out. I only just showed you a handful of what's being showcased here. I took like almost 100 pictures.
That's awesome. That seems like the stuff that you showed us is a lot of content to begin with.
Yeah, and that was just like the surface of it.
Yeah.
So do check that out. So up next on our agenda, so a while back you guys were talking about Little Nightmares. You had played Little Nightmares 3. You were disappointed in Little Nightmares 3.
Very.
But finally, you've been saved. Oh, come on. REANIMAL has come out.
Yes, Little Nightmares 3 finally came out.
Yeah. So, like, everybody was wondering, like, it was all speculation as to whether or not Tarsier had created all of Little Nightmares 3, and then Bandai Namco fired them for a cheaper company, and then we're just like, all right, now you do it. Like, it's Little Nightmares, people are going to buy it anyway, so, like, just do it, and it'll be fine. And after playing REANIMAL almost the whole way through, Andrew and I still have maybe, like, a half hour left in the game, we can now confirm that every element that was created for Little Nightmares 3 was, or rather, everything that you found in Little Nightmares 3 was, like, meant for Tarsier's next game, because I would say that REANIMAL is everything that Little Nightmares 3 wanted to be. It straight up has all of the same mechanics, just done better in every single way. And from a game design standpoint, like Little Nightmares 3 just like left you going like, what do I do? Like, why do I keep dying? Like Andrew and I over and over and over and over.
Yeah, the conveyance. Tarsier and Little Nightmares 1 and 2 had incredible natural conveyance that made you flow through a level naturally, because you would follow the light, you would follow the colors, you would follow the, like, whatever. They had a very clear picture of what was going on. Little Nightmares 3 was missing all of that coherence.
The basics of game design, essentially.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that I teach my students when I'm teaching them how to do level design is conveyance.
And then, so I'm actually going to even kind of push against what you said a little bit, where I don't think you even gave Tarsier enough credit for what I think they actually gave to Bandai.
Yeah.
Like Tarsier developed Little Nightmares 3. Like, they gave them the engine, they gave them the multiplayer mechanics, like they built all of that. And then they fired him, and then they just were just like, okay, we have all these mechanics that Tarsier made, now you other company go make Little Nightmares 3. And then Tarsier took all that stuff that they developed, and we're just like, okay, well, we're actually going to go make Little Nightmares 3. Like, this is, like, I'm pretty sure REANIMAL is actually Little Nightmares 3.
Yeah, and that's how I felt when I was demoing the game at Tokyo Game Show. Like, these last couple of years, I feel like, yeah, this is what Little Nightmares 3 should be, and I feel like it's the proper evolution because it is so much darker.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, it's so much darker.
Like, there's like suicide in it. There's like much more gruesome deaths of children in it.
There's more blood in it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, because Little Nightmares doesn't have any blood in it at all.
Yeah.
This one
they're
is
T-rated, and I think REANIMALs are M-rated, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, like the first time that we got caught by like the first monster in the game, and it catches you, and usually in Little Nightmares it just fades to black as like the guy's walking away. But like this time it actually grabs you, and then it like twists you, and like you hear the punch, and then it fades to black.
Yeah, and like both Jonathan and I were just like, oh, like it, but at the same time, just oh. Like we didn't expect it. Like some of them like bite your head off. Some of them just twist you like your body in half. We're at a part where you like they get shot in the head, and it's insane. It's crazy, and it's very dark. And the story and the creature design is incredible. Mm-hmm. The creature design is absolutely incredible. The monsters are very scary.
So when I went to college, initially I did my demo reel as environment art, because that's like what I really like doing. I liked making static models of things. And Tarsier is really my dream studio in that case, because when you just look at the scale of everything that they make, and like you look around and you're like, oh, this is like every single hero shot. Like even from this image that you have here on the display, of REANIMAL, like look at that. You have the little light by the title, and then like the sheep head, and it's just framed so brilliantly.
Well, the other part too is, so this game is about 5 friends. So like 5 friends. We're still trying to figure out the actual basis of the story.
Now, do you control all 5 friends throughout the game, or is it just these 2 main ones you control?
You control 2 of them, and you're looking for the other 3 friends, and that's what the levels are. Are you like looking for your other 3 friends? And there's this one shot when one of them gets taken away by this giant bird creature, and you're on the boat, and you're watching the bird just go off into this mega mountain like cliffside, and there's a little lighthouse on top of it. You're like, oh, I have to go there. And it looks beautiful. However, the thing that I thought was a really interesting creative decision that they did for REANIMAL that they didn't do for Little Nightmares was Little Nightmares is a silent game. Mm-hmm. There's no dialogue. There's no nothing. You you are told the story with no actual sound or conveyance, as for or verbal conveyance.
Yes,
and it's amazing. I love how they did it. This one does have very minimal dialogue between the characters.
There's like 5 lines of dialogue in the entire game.
and none of it really actually explains the story, but they do talk to each other. And I think they should have just not done it. Mm-hmm. I think if they remained all silent, it would have been exactly the same, and it would have been so good. That's really honestly my only complaint about the game, is that they talk and the characters should not talk.
Yeah, I'm curious as to whether or not that's something that they needed to make stand apart from Little Nightmares,
right?
Though, as like the Little Nightmares IP, because that is something that they did so well. It made every character a little bit more charming. That you had to read their body language, and they did posing, and they did how they were feeling through their motions as opposed to what they're saying, and that's like the essence of good animation too.
Yeah.
So.
So, all in all, highly recommended.
100%. Like, please play this game.
Actually, if you go on to Steam, you might be able to find my review, because like I don't leave reviews for games, but this is one where I had to, because of how disappointing and a bad decision making Little Nightmares 3 without Tarsier Studios was for Bandai.
Yeah.
That then I went to this one. Jonathan and I played REANIMAL, and we still haven't finished it yet, but I want to. And that I just left a review that said Tarsier. I'm so glad Tarsier made Little Nightmares 3. That's all I said. And it's honestly a perfect review for this game, because this is like where the canon can continue. And I can't believe they made this game. It's so good.
Nice.
It's so good.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm hoping I can jump into it very soon. I've got a couple other games that I'm playing right now. Romeo is a Dead Man, which is a new Suda-Goichi game, which is as batshit crazy as you could imagine from Suda-Goichi. And there's a couple other games I can't really talk about right now that I'm playing, but I'm hoping that after that, And then after what we call Steam Next Fest, maybe then I can finally dive into REANIMAL.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are a little twisted, the other night I'm at Ruby Room. My friends Ichiban Kawaii are performing as part of the late night show. And at Ruby Room, they have these 2 TV sets that they just show random stuff. And that night, they started showing a cartoon that really got my attention for just how weird looking it was. So I walk over and I talk to the bartender. I ask, hey, what show is this? And the show is called Popee the Performer.
Yep.
Popee the Performer. And this is why today's episode kind of is called Popee is No Man's Waifu. So the show Popee the Performer is apparently a children's show.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. It's a children's show. And on Kids Station 25 years ago. Like this year is like the 25th anniversary of it. I'm going to play a little bit of what the show is like in the background. I'm going to mute it just so we don't get copywritten and such. So the story follows Popee and her assistant, I think it's Namakimono, as they attempt to try different magic acts for the circus. But the more that they practice, the more twisted and the more messed up things get. Like, we're talking, like, there's blood, there's, like, murder, there's suicide. You can see right here just how messed up, like, this show kind of is. It's
This is that uncanny type of animation.
Yes, like this would be perfect for your "my waifu is not weird" aspect of the uncanny valley.
Yeah, I agree. It's because there were when I was going through the animation studies field.
Yes.
There were plentiful amount of animators that were bad at what they did.
Yes.
And they claimed to be good, but they were really bad at what they did, and this is what the kind of stuff that they would make.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember when it was really popular there was like a studio, it might have been Asylum, I don't know if it was, but they, like, let's say, Kung Fu Panda came out, and then like there was a movie that came out called The Chosen One.
Yes. Yes.
And then then like Up came out, and then they made a movie called Upwards, and they were all essentially the same plot, that they would hope that grandparents would accidentally go and rent instead of the real movie.
Yeah. Amazing World of Gumball actually makes fun of that in one of the episodes, because they rented like a version of Kung Fu Panda, and it's like this really crappy looking like Chinese version that's like that moves at 5 frames a second, and it's just fart jokes for 20 seconds.
Yeah. Generally, it's Indian, like an Indian studio will make them.
Yeah. But so they were showing this, and like my friends are performing. They were showing this on the TV screen, and I'm like getting so distracted by how batshit crazy this is, by how crazy like this show is, and it was geared towards children.
Yep.
But then the more I was watching it, the more I'm like, this is kind of reminding me of something. And I did a little bit of research, and I realized that, oh my gosh, Gooseworks mentioned that this show, Popee the Performer, was a huge inspiration for the Amazing Digital Circus.
Okay. Right.
And no sooner, and this was totally unplanned, by the way. Like, this isn't the reason why I'm talking about this. Like, I was gonna just bring this up just as a random thing that I discovered. No sooner did I find this out that they announced that they are doing a collaboration, The Amazing Digital Circus and Popee the Performer.
Which is also kind of funny when you think about it, because Amazing Digital Circus is also not a kid show, but has a massive child following.
Dude, here in Japan, kids love Amazing Digital Circus. Like,
Well, it's the same thing with like when you're on the convention scene. Like I'm on the convention circuit, and every kid is dressed up as Pomni.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
more than that, though, they're dressed as has-been hotel characters, which I think is infinitely worse.
Yeah. And can I say this? I'm actually seeing a lot more like cosplayers. So there's an event at Ikebukuro every month called Acosta, which is where like thousands of cosplayers meet up and, you know, do photo shoots and such. I'm seeing a lot more has-been hotel cosplayers these days. And these are Japanese cosplayers, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's wild that like I'm randomly shown this cartoon, and lo and behold,
Yeah.
they announce that they're doing this big collaboration between Amazing Digital Circus, Popee the Performer. I friggin' love the one that's Popee and Jax. Like, I want that. I need that. That is such a great one.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a part of me there's a part of me that hopes that like because they're doing this collaboration, it would be cool if, you know, since it's also the 25th anniversary of Popee the Performer, that maybe that they do like a short Amazing Digital Circus Popee the Performer crossover. Like, because each episode's only 5 minutes long of Popee the Performer, they could probably crank something out like that very quickly.
Yeah.
Especially if they do it in that animation style.
Yeah.
So
It's like reboot
yeah,
Yes.
ad. Yeah,
Canadian.
yeah. So you can actually watch all of Popee the Performer on YouTube. It's all been you can watch all like 36 episodes in one video, 3.5 hours long. Remastered in high definition. There's no dialogue in the show, by the way, too. So it's like you can just watch it and understand what's going on.
it's even more uncanny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I mentioned Popee is no man's waifu. So who are waifus? What are our waifus? Who are the
don't even
best
know what
waifus?
is a waifu.
What is a waifu? Well, guys, guess what? It's time for another exciting edition of Defend Your 10. And
I'm really looking forward to this one. I think
Me
it's
too.
gonna be
I'm
fun.
3.5 hours long for sure.
That's why we went through everything else so quickly. So defend your 10 and our top 10 waifus. And before we start the list, as some people may know, Andrew and JonStar, both of them used to do a panel at Anime Boston. And sometimes, did you do it at another anime convention once? You did it at another anime
Yes.
convention once.
It was actually really successful at AAC.
I mean, it was
I also-
super successful at Anime Boston too. Like,
Yeah, I also did it at a Florida convention as well, and that was a pretty good turnout.
yes. So it was called My Waifu Is Not Weird, and it's about the science of character crushes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why it happens? It's the psychology of character design,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
It was
and
so
this is
much
something.
fun. Such a fun panel.
Oh yeah, and this is something that, you know, I do when going and designing any characters that I create. There is a science behind character design, and it's fascinating because it is one of those things that's like, oh yeah, you're tricking the brain into believing that this fake character isn't real, and how appealing a character will be to certain people will possibly, you know, create that waifu effect of like, I could see myself falling in love with this person, but I know that they're fake. Because generally you'll probably fall in love with somebody who is not healthy for you in any kind of way, and like it's like, I would never date that kind of person in real life, but this is a cartoon character, so it makes a lot more sense.
Let me walk you back for a second there, because you and I did like 6 months of research before we read papers on how the brain works with love and falling in love and everything like that. Like, I have college papers, I have, you know, studies on the brain and everything like that. We did like a full 6 months before we even started developing this panel. And one thing that we found out in there is that your brain, like, you as a human can say like, yes, this is fake. I get this, but your brain sees images, and that's what we do. We intake images, and when we intake images of people, we cannot tell. Our brain cannot tell that they are different. Like it doesn't know the difference.
I think you said it best. Our brain is a big dumb jerk.
Yeah, that's right. Man, and this was the first panel that we did too. That one year we were just like, they're making a horse girl anime. You know, like we actually did that for the first time at this panel.
Yeah, because we premiered the original Uma Musume trailer at My Waifu's Not Weird.
Yeah, we were talking about moe at the time, and we were talking about like what different kinds of moe were. You know, and yeah, it's. Like we had so many awesome topics that we breached with everybody, and it was just such a good time. And it's a fun thing. Like we're not the kinds of people, which we say in the panel, we're not the kinds of people who are gonna marry our hug pillows, and we please advise you to please don't marry your hug pillow.
Please don't marry your hug pillow. Yeah.
Well, because there's plenty of people that we met doing the panels that did and would. You know, that they took it very seriously, and when they found out that we did not take it very seriously, that like this is a haha funny like waifu kind of a thing, like they were kind of taken aback by it because they thought we were like out to marry cartoon women or something like that.
No, you said like some of them were offended actually.
And that's why it was so funny when people found out that I have like a waifu per anime. They're just like, how can you do that? Like, you have to dedicate yourself to one waifu. I was like, they're not real. I can't dedicate myself to anything. Like, they're not real.
Yes. Yeah. It's not cheating. It's the zip code. It's the zip code rule. What was from the movie Road Trip? Oh, it's the zip code rule. Is it the zip code rule or is it the state rule?
I gotta be honest with you. I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years.
I mean, same. It's why I'm like trying to remember what it was. But like, it applies to the waifus. Different show, different waifu.
No, different zip code, different. Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. But the one thing that I remember, the first year you did this. So my memory of this is that your first year of doing this, you had done the hardcore anime panel first. And we were walking down to go do the My Waifu Is Not Weird panel. You guys were walking down. Yeah. And you had gone to the room, and there were already people inside of it. Like, it was almost already full before we even showed up to set up.
And there were people waiting outside.
Yeah. This is what I wanted to get to. It was like, this panel was so, anticipated. And they gave you guys such a small room that the line went up and around and around and around some more.
That was like our only chance at actually like making a viral hit, and it wasn't even online.
People tweeted about the line. Tweeted about the line.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And then the next year you got one of the biggest rooms to do it. Not Hall D. Hall D will always just be a dream, but
yeah. We got a C hall at least.
Yeah, you got a C hall.
And that was big. That was probably like our shining moment as Wicked Anime, I would say.
Because you used Hall C, and that second year, you first did Waifu, and then you did Hardcore Anime in the same place.
Yeah.
Which was great. Which was awesome. Yeah, it was great times, great memories. I know you guys don't really do the panels anymore, but there's always a part of me that hopes and wishes that one day you guys will return.
Same. Yeah, I really hope we get to do it.
Well, we still have people who still attend Anime Boston specifically who reach out to us and are just like, hey, you hitting up to Anime Boston this year? And every year we're like, no, sorry, you know.
I mean, this year it might be worth it, dude. Like, Yoko Kanno's going to be there.
I know.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing the premiere of Akane Banashi, which, as someone who reads that manga, like, that's a show you absolutely need to be looking forward to. Yeah, so this year's Anime Boston may be a lot of fun, so probably do check it out. Okay, so I think this now leads to our top 10 list. So before we even dive into our top 10, we were talking about, well, who do you think is on our list?
Yeah, we have to make at minimum at least one guess as to how well we know each other.
I know
what
for
we
a fact that Revy is on Andrew's list somewhere.
That wasn't even going to be on my guess, because I was going to guess both of your number ones, and because I think I know who your number ones are. But although Evan, I'm shaky on yours. I'm shaky on your number.
I had two for Evan, but I forget what the other one was. And if it comes up in the list, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, it was that one.
Okay,
right?
Because I had two, but I'm gonna say that Toru is probably on Evan's list.
And I'm gonna say Megumin.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. And then that wasn't the one that I was thinking of though.
Yeah.
And then for Jonathan, I have two for Jonathan, and I think he's gonna have Android 18, or I know he's gonna have Android 18.
Yeah, Android 18.
And then I think he's gonna have Winry Rockbell.
Ooh, I almost forgot about her. Yeah.
So those are my top two guesses for you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't say Andrew's. I think Andrew. I think Mirko is going to be in your number one slot.
Yeah, Mirko is going to be there. I can't remember if you watched enough Attack on Titan, but I feel like Mikasa would be on your list.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's a good guess. It is a good guess.
Yeah. Maybe we have, was it Yororichi from Bleach? You got our ducks.
Andrews is. I feel like Andrews is the easiest.
I threw in some curveballs that you guys would never guess, probably.
Well,
they make sense. They make sense and they're true, but you would never guess them.
Yeah.
And but I guarantee that everybody watching this will see a pattern.
And I also have a pattern in mine as well. But as I was doing this, I actually had to do a lot of introspection for my list, because everybody knows like my number one waifu, and it's not allowed for this list because she's not an anime character. So
yes, we'll do in the future. We're gonna do lists for Western animation and for video games.
Which Western animation for me is gonna be awesome. I have some good choices.
Same
for
here.
Western animation.
Likewise. Same. Likewise. Yeah. Likewise.
So yeah, I think we should get started.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So. Let's go. By the way, what happens if we wind up sharing the same waifus on a specific number?
We fight.
Yes. That was a rule. That was a rule at our My Waifu's Not Weird panel.
Yeah.
Was that you had to fight.
I'm excited about this one. I think this is gonna be fun. Because I don't know what some of these are gonna be.
All right. So here we go. Number 10.
Yes, that's right. Yoko was on my list for Jonathan as well.
Oh, yes.
So she almost wasn't. My number 10 slot switched 5 times.
Yeah.
5 times.
Oh, really?
While I was doing this. And the reason why I ended up with, because Yoko's not even really my favorite character at all, but the reason why she was there was because she was... that show, Gurren Lagann, meant a lot to me during the time that it came out, and it got me through some of the hardest days of college when I was there, and especially Kamina, he would be probably husbando number 1 for me.
Yeah.
For that reason, but Yoko is the only Hiroyuki Imashi character who is on this list. So So I had to put him there.
I'm glad that someone is representing Hiroyuki Imashi, because he makes some good female characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew, who's this?
Michelle K. Davis from Terraformers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was in love with that woman, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She... And this is the start of the pattern. The pattern starts here at number 10. So...
One of my patterns starts here, so
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then of course you have
I have Nagumo.
Yeah,
Nagumo from City.
I really struggled with not having Nagumo on my list as well. Although I probably would have had their photographer friend who I forget her.
It was a toss up between those two, but there was just I just like Nagumo as a character. I'm a big sucker for slacker girl kind of characters.
Yeah.
And like she looks like she looks like an anime Kevin Smith character. And I mean that in the most positive way.
Well,
like,
who's I forget the actress's name, but the main girl from Freaks and Geeks, like that kind of archetype.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her. I know who you're talking
I
about.
loved her, man. She was awesome.
Yeah. And not to mention,
and then,
who couldn't fall in love with Nagumo when she would go ba 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 ba. It's just like
I've seen that clip so many times,
thousands of times. It's just the best. It's the best.
hurts.
It's the best city clip. It is the best city clip, and I like. I'm so glad Kyoto Animation it finally animated City.
Who?
No, it's ooh. You got to do like the Tim Allen. But yeah, Nagumo. Good picks for number 10. All right, number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Oh, I wish I had the sound effect from City. The
See, that was another thing too, though. Is I didn't want to put so many recent shows in.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that would be too much of a cop out. Because I wanted to be like, no, I have to dig deep on this one. I have to remember who like made it for me, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say like Nagumo is the most recent, and I believe number 9 here is also a recent one, if I'm not mistaken. So let's do the reveal.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh yeah. Wow,
yeah.
or Hime. That's a good one.
So the trend already starts here, by the way, if you notice the redheads.
Yes.
So that is a weird thing because like I don't have a thing for redheads in real life, but I have a thing for redheads. I have a thing for redheads in comic books, in animation.
Comic books and animation.
For me, it's like I don't like natural redheads, but I like when a girl dyes her hair red.
But I also love characters who are airheaded, but have a lot of empathy. And that is, and that's Orihime. Yeah. So, just so great. I loved her.
Yeah.
And
I'm shocked that Revi is at number 9.
Isn't that interesting? Like you would expect Revi to be higher, but what
I was thinking number 1. I'll be honest. Right? I was thinking number 1.
Really?
I definitely didn't think it was number 1 for Andrew, but I too would have thought that. Andrew likes criminals and girls who smoke.
Yeah, right. It's like, and that is like so gross in real life. It's just
Anime makes it sexy, and then in real life, it's like nah.
Yeah, because they can't get cancer and die.
And then for my pick, I've got Asahi, and I've got like 2. This is 2 of the 4 Asahi plushies I own. Again, I have a problem. But I love Asahi because she's one of the very rare like characters who is legit honest about her feelings. She's blunt with her feelings. She actually tells you or Uru how she feels about him in the show, in the anime, and actually confesses to him. And like, they don't save it for the end of like, oh, which the 3 is he gonna pick? And it's like, no, she's honest. She's blunt. I like women who are, and this is coming from someone who's on the autism spectrum, who sometimes has a hard time reading people. I like it when a woman is like, here's the deal. Here's what I'm thinking. I like you. I want to date you. Please be my boyfriend.
It's time for you to pack up your stuff and move out.
Yes.
That is also, unfortunately, that is also the fantasy of romance, and especially in anime. Because that is not what Japanese dating culture is like at all.
No.
In fact, like a lot of people in Japanese dating culture are the scummiest people you will ever meet. Because Japan has cheating culture. Isn't that great?
We know.
Isn't that so cool? Amazing.
I have more comments about that, but I don't know if I can say it on this show. But but yeah, and again, a great character design too. All three of them, by the way, have great character designs. But like Asahi is just so adorable, so cute. And,
Also,
yeah,
you're correct. I just wanted to point out before I forgot it. Top 10 and 9, 2 for 2, American characters, not Japanese characters.
I thought Revi was Filipino.
No, she is Chinese American.
Chinese American. Okay.
Yeah, she's from New York, and yeah, she's
okay.
So yeah, I am 2 for 2 American characters.
Yeah. And a reminder: Rei Hiroe himself has said there could be a chance the anime could be coming back this year.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
Imagine.
Yeah,
The master himself.
Yeah, the master himself. It's not 0%.
Yeah, it's above 0%.
It's above 0%. All right. So let's move on to number 8. Chan.
Aha.
Okay.
Aha.
So Saya was a pick on my list, but I almost went with the other character, purple hair. But
yeah. For Dagashikashi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for barista.
I remember Saya's name and
yeah. And Saya, like, I'm a sucker for barista girls. And nice, cute, blonde barista girls. Cute little ear piercings. And she just had a wonderful personality in the series.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, the thing that works for Saya is she's petite. I like small-chested women. Like, so petite, small-chested, and she has those pinhole irises, and I like that's a great character design choice.
Yeah.
I love characters that have that character design. So.
Yeah, I will say it was either this or Nazuna from Call of the Night. But like Saya is just so underrated as a waifu. Like I see so many figurines of the other girl from Dagashikashi, the purple Hotaru.
Yeah, there we go.
Hotaru.
We did it.
But there's no figurine for Saya, and that makes me so freaking sad.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, she's a great character. I like her. All right.
I will say that. So I know we have an honorable mentions thing later on, but essentially I went through every cast member of Naruto at one point.
Oh yeah,
for my list. So
I just specifically remember being a Naruto fan, and the funny thing about some of these shows that I'm going to put on, where yes, it's a drawing. They're 14 years old, whatever. Back when these shows were airing, I was also 14 years old.
Yeah,
right.
And that was a big thing. So I chose adult Ino on purpose.
That's why I chose adult Orihime too. By the way.
Yeah. But when Naruto was airing, like I was the same age as them, and so it feels. What's that?
And that matters. It really
does matter. Yeah. And so that was kind of fun about it, and which actually I didn't put her in this list, but it also attributes to one character that I would also consider a waifu character in a certain sense that I could tell the story later.
Yep.
But yeah, Ino, it was funny because like it's the whole rivalry between Sakura and Ino, and I was always an Ino guy. Like I always really liked Ino, and then Ino ends up with Sai canonically in the show. Her husband is Sai, and Sai is the pale, emotionless art kid. And I was like, I won. I did it. I got Ino.
Yeah. And John, you got
listen, original femme fatale, you know.
Yes.
There's what else can you say? You know, I think that she's
amazing.
Cool.
She's great. I love
her. You know, everybody loves a smoking criminal, right?
A smoking hot criminal.
Hey now.
Yeah. Good. All right. Number 8. Now, shall we move on to number 7?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Safe for number 7. I had a feeling that Saris Victoria was going to make an appearance in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, empathetic, badass though, and kind of airheaded. I love Sarah's Victoria. She's cool. She's British. And just the way
I thought you might.
Empire,
I thought you might have put Helsing on here, like.
Victoria.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought you might have put Victoria on here.
So I thought about it, and then for me, it was really like
policewoman, police girl.
Yeah, police girl better.
Police girl better. For me, Minako, Sailor Venus, one of the originals. Like, very similar to you, Andrew. Like, I was her age when I first watched Sailor Moon, and like I had such a huge crush on Sailor Venus. She was the better of the blondes in Sailor Moon, in my opinion. And the
Sailor Venus is also my favorite sailor as well from that show. So
the funny thing is, when I went back and watched the uncut version, the Deke version of Sailor Moon, when that aired on Toonami or on syndication. Like, they cut out so much of her being the very ditzy blonde, because she, like, really messed up a lot.
Interesting.
But even watching that version of her, like, still very, very cute. Very pretty.
Yeah. So another thing that you're going to notice, which this one is less of a surprise as well, is that I think like the rest of my characters are blonde. So
no, well, and that's why I made that joke initially when we started watching The Demon King's Daughter is Too Kind. Because like, long-haired blonde woman incoming, Jonathan.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I was like, dang, there's a type that's crazy. So.
Okay, so Andrew, for you, I'm surprised this one is so low on the list.
So low, even number 7, yeah.
Because I mean, like, you've talked nothing about her for.
Oh my gosh, I love her to death. She's like the greatest thing, and she's my world at the moment. And so it's. I mean, every time I log on to Uma Musume and she's like she's the character at like the front on the main menu. I like poke her like just to make her talk and see what she's gonna say for like the special events. I was like, it's so cute. This is the cutest thing ever. It's well, and that's just it. Is Ogre Cap is new, right? She's new, so she does get low on the list because she's new. And she hasn't.
There's a pecking order, and you have.
There's a pecking, and I think you guys will be surprised at things that get when we get higher on the list, and not so surprised when we get to higher things on the list.
Right. Sure.
Yes. Okay. All right. So move on to number 6. Boom.
Oh my gosh, you chose long-haired Jessie too.
Yeah. Flat hair.
Flat hair Jessie.
That's like the greatest thing ever, man. when I saw that, and it was that thing that I said, which I think is probably one of the most profound, prophetic things I've ever said on this show ever, which is, when you're a child, you think Misty's cool, but when you're an adult, you think Jessie is hot.
Cool. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And it was so true. Like me rewatching Pokemon, I was like, oh my gosh, I love Jessie so much. She's so great.
You love your criminals.
Yeah. I love the criminals. Which, so is Aisha Clan.
Yeah.
But this is a start of so
it's the trend.
Yeah, how many dark skin girls have we had so far? None. I think Aisha Clan's the star of the dark skin girls.
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking animal ear girls, but
yeah. But yeah, like the dark skin tomboy animal girls.
Just like Real World.
Yeah. My favorite. It's not like I have a comic book filled with cat characters.
Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. Don't defy the Kitaro.
Yeah.
And then there's Hajime. Arguably, she is my favorite tomboy, I believe, on my list. She's my absolute favorite. I'm a sucker for cute short-haired girls.
Yeah, me too.
Cute short-haired game developer girls. nerdy girls as well, because she's a huge otaku. But like, I love it when she shows off her girly side in New Game, because like it's this different side that contrasts with her look, and it's just again another character that like either has none or barely any figures of her, because I actually have over on my shelf Alba from New Game. I actually have the figure of her, but there's nothing for Hajime. And it's like, why? She's legit the best girl of New Game.
Well, one of the characters that I may have included, but also didn't make it into the honorable mentions because I just forgot, was Umiko from New Game.
Yep.
Which would fit into the dark skin.
Yep. That's what I actually had thought for you too, Andrew, because I also considered New Game, and there's the blonde.
Because you have like the perfect long-haired blonde girl in New Game as well. So it's like, wow, we all have an archetype in New Game. That's crazy.
She wouldn't be interested in me though. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Such a good show. I haven't heard yet if they're re-releasing it in America with the colored version, because like if it does, do get that. I've actually looked through the colored version of the New Game manga, and it's even more gorgeous. It's it's amazing.
Yeah, I only have the first volume of it, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch for me to try to get the colored version instead.
I have the complete version of New Game, the English version, and it's man, why can't Dogakoba just finish it? Like, it's so good.
I know.
It's good.
I forgot about New Game, and I really think that's like something I should revisit.
I've rewatched New Game a couple times because that's a comfort anime for me.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Having worked as an animator in the animation industry in one of these cubicles, I relate to it in that sense.
Same with game design. It's the most fun I've ever had ever.
All right.
Number 5.
Yeah, that was the halfway point. So
we're already at 2 hours.
We're actually going through this a lot quicker than
we are. We definitely are.
All right. Okay.
Wait a minute. You have to see again.
Hold on. Wait, there's behind it. No, hold on. There's something behind it.
I love Jessie so much I had to put her on twice.
It's like, oh wow, she's number 6 and number 5. That's great. That's bold.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right.
Yeah, no, I swapped them. I had swapped them at one point, and apparently I didn't delete everything correctly. So,
okay. So my pick. So this is Hinagi-ku from Hayate the Combat Butler.
I knew there was going to be a Hayate the Combat Butler one.
Yeah, Hinagi-ku is my favorite. In fact, I have the figure of this exact version of Hinagi-ku on my shelf. It's like this big. It's this big, and I got it for like 3,000 yen.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hayate the Combat Butler, but I didn't know any of the characters in it.
Yeah,
I just knew we were going to see a Hayate the Combat Butler.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
The thing that makes her cute in the show is when she's stubborn. And there are moments where like she's like the strongest out of all the female characters in Hayate the Combat Butler, arguably one of the strongest. But there are moments where like she gets afraid, but she's stubborn about it, and so she kind of has to have Hayate save her from the situation, and she's just so cute. I'm still reading through the manga because Viz Media is super slow with releasing Hayate. I've been reading Hayate for almost 20 years, and they've only just released volume 47 out of 52.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, 47. I mean, that's like just finishing already. If you're at 47 out of 52, just finish.
Seriously.
I know, and the series has been finished for 10 years now. That's the thing.
That's kind of pathetic, actually.
Yeah, and like, there's another series that Kenji Ohata's doing now, Fly Me to the Moon, Tonikawa or Tonikawa.
Oh, yeah.
Kawaii. Also, a pink-haired girl.
Yep.
I was thinking about putting her on the list too, but Hinagi-ku was like one of the original like pink-haired girls I really liked. So that's why she's number 5 on my list.
Nice.
go and watch Hayate the Combat Butler. Even though it's like the anime 2 is almost 20 years old, and like it's still funny. It's still hilarious. But like, oh yeah, we have Riley Vincent.
Yeah, there's another marked down for another American character. So dark skin American girl with guns. Oh my gosh, she's so great.
Riley was number 9 for me at one point, and then she got bumped off the list. Yeah.
Riley Vincent had to be on the list. I love Gunsmith Cat so much, and Riley Vincent left. She's one of those characters that left an immediate impression on me as like good female character. Kenichi Sonoda did an incredible job, and to the point where I had to, like, first I watched the anime and then I started collecting the manga. And the manga was at one time, because now they're re-releasing the manga in Omnibus. Mm-hmm. But at one time, the manga was so hard to find that I only could get the second series, and I couldn't get number 5. It was only volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And but I was just like, I have to collect her. I have to get every hard copy of Riley Vincent I can possibly get. You know, so yeah, she was great. I freaking love Riley Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
And consistently in every Dragon Ball fighter game there is, Android 18 is the lowest tier fighter that you can possibly play as, but she is always on my roster.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Yeah. Also pretty stubborn too. Pretty stubborn character.
Mm-hmm.
But ended up with arguably the worst character in the series. So,
I mean, Krillin has a redemption. He redeems himself.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right. It's Sunny Straight that I don't like.
It's Sunny Straight you don't like. Krillin's okay. It's just the guy who plays him you don't like.
That's so funny. So that's what I was gonna say too. I was just like, man, we don't like Krillin and Sunny Straight. That's nuts.
I've never had a crush on Android 18. I've never seen her as attractive, and the reason why is because she looks exactly like one of my aunts.
Oh my gosh.
And so like, no, yeah.
I get it. I totally get it, man.
So wait, every single Dragon Ball character looks like your aunt?
No,
yeah, right. Every single Dragon Quest character looks like your aunt.
Every single your aunt is
but
drawn
she has a very similar fashion sense, same haircut as well.
Let me guess. It's the aunt on it's your mom's sister too, right?
No,
it's not. Oh,
my
dang.
dad's sister-in-law.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna be like, I could see if your mom had a sister, like maybe she could.
No, my dad's sister-in-law.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why I've never really gotten into Android 18. All right, number 4. I actually kind of forget who I put for number 4.
I almost forgot who I put for all of them.
Oh! Okay.
We have our first double. We finally have our first double.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay.
Well, I mean, for me, your Forger did not make it on the list. She got bumped off.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. She even though I also, she's one of those characters where it's like I just love her to death. She's just the greatest. She couldn't compete with everybody else on this list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's actually the only actual wife. So
yeah, technically.
Well, Android 18 becomes a wife and a mom too. So
yeah, and a mom.
But
and yours a stepmom.
Yeah,
yours a stepmom. But that's a good pick. I would say.
Oh, I love your.
I love your.
So
she almost made my list.
Badass airhead. Like I said, it's a pattern. Badass airhead.
And I kind of expected Faye to be on your list too, Andrew.
Oh, of course. Faye Valentine is
a criminal.
Yeah. Well,
shade smoking and smoking.
But Faye
wears
Valentine,
very revealing clothing too.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter as much. But it's like from the moment Jonathan and I discovered anime, like there was this woman called Faye Valentine kind of a thing, like one of those things,
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa. But believe it or not, there's characters who kind of predate, because kind of in the sense like, oh, we were watching Pokemon, or oh, we were watching Toonami Block and saw these other characters.
Yeah, like Fujiko from Lupin the Third predates Faye Valentine. Absolutely. Sure. Like
I just mean in our anime watching adventure, because Jonathan and I didn't get into anime until we watched Cowboy Bebop, but we had been watching anime since like Pokemon and Toonami.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. And Nagatoro is such a great character. I finally finished the manga, read it, loved it, absolute best.
I thought it had a good ending. Yeah,
it had a very good. It had a satisfying ending, an ending that I was satisfied with. She is more hardcore when it comes to the teasing, but I think what I like about her is that she is someone who really pushes somebody to be their best, and that's what Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro really is about. Is like she's helping Senpai become a better man throughout the show. And
and I don't even know if she's doing it on purpose. He just kind of does it,
Yeah.
Well, what I like is that he had two options, right? He could have cowered and like backed away and turned into a shell of himself, but that would have turned it being a really crappy show.
Yeah.
Or he could have faced down what was bothering him head on, like a man, and he did that.
Yeah.
And Nagatoro reciprocated, which is great.
And then in return, if you keep reading the manga, he also returns the favor. He helps push her through the judo. There's just such a good synchronicity between the two of them. Yeah. That like they help each other out, and Nagatoro she's just such a great character, and you can't go wrong with dark skinned anime girls, of course. I think, read the manga, watch the anime. I hope they continue with animating the anime too. I don't know if they will ever do it, but
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we're down to our top 3. Okay, I am very curious to see what we've got here. Okay, oh my gosh. All right. So, Andrew and I kind of had the same idea.
Yeah, 2 Tenchi characters.
2 Tenchi characters.
Except mine's better.
Bullshit. Bullshit. No.
Mine's canon. Yours is not canon.
Yes. Look, you can't really see in the back. She is on my wall. Kione is on my wall. She is canon. There is merch of her. She is canon. She is in Tenchi Muyo OVA. She's in the flashback episode that Mihoshi talks about. She's in, and then she's in all the other ones too. But her in Tenchi universe, oh, I now have a thing for girls with blue hair because of this character. I will say that Kione was my very first anime waifu. I love her. I love her design. And even though she wasn't dumb like Mihoshi was, she has those moments where, she is infected by the stupidity, and it's so cute when she's infected by it. I've always seen Ryoko, because of the color of her hair, as just old.
Yeah.
Just very old. She's a gilf. A gilf.
Yeah. So when it came to the Tenchi Muyo characters, because I think Tenchi is probably one of the best harem animes ever made. It's in the top 3 easily.
Okay.
And I think Ryoko as a character and as a suitor for Tenchi is kind of who I would say is is my preference of a character in the harem. Mm-hmm. And I absolutely love her. Again, evil character, evil, violent, nasty, and but is desperately in love with Tenchi, right? It has like this like melts like putty in Tenchi's hands, even though she's like this ancient demon goddess thing.
Right.
However, when it comes to Tenchi Muyo, and it kind of ties back to, again, like predating actually being into anime, and also I was the same age as her, was Sasami. Sasami, when I was a kid,
yeah, Sasami.
She left such an impression on me as a child. And like it was one of those things where I was like, I was so young, I didn't understand these feelings about this character that I saw in a cartoon once, right? And then when I finally was an adult and I like revisited Tenchi, it was just like, oh yeah, Ryoko's the best. She's like the best waifu out of the show ever.
I feel like if maybe her hair color was different, because that's the thing. I see gray hair, I think very, very old, and like I never really found, as much as I like the character of Ryoko, like I always found her to be just like this. It looked like a cougar was legit.
Well, I don't know if you had the same experience, but if you watch Tenchi in English, which most of us experience Tenchi in English, the voice actress who they chose for Ryoko also has like a vocal fry old lady voice. Yeah,
and that's another thing too. Is like that's part of the reason why I didn't really find her or even Ayeka attractive, because the voices in English or like these like crony kind of thing. It was like that wicked old woman Ryoko, I will get to. She's taking away precious time from Tenchi from me. It was like you sound like an old woman.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not good. It is bad.
It is
but
bad.
The Japanese cast, I think, does it entirely justice. So, but yeah, no, you can't take Ryoko for me.
But the voice actress for Kione was perfect. Like, she sounded as the age that she should have been. Which now leads to one of our favorite funny blonde characters, Darkness.
Yeah, so like I think that she's my favorite in the series whenever she has a storyline. Like I loved season 3. Was it 3 so much that like she had her whole storyline and every single episode was a banger because it was about her. I think that she's funny. I think that she is really self-conscious about one of the things that defines a waifu for me. And so like I just we've talked we've talked it to death about Konosuba and everything. Like everybody already knows. Like if you know us, you know what we think about Konosuba.
Yeah, and one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Yeah, it's impossible not to have a character like that on your list.
Yeah, I've read the light novels too, and like even before the season 3 was even announced, and I think this is like even while season 2 was going on, maybe. I had read the story that would be in season 3, and I remember putting down that light novel and being like, "Man, Darkness is a phenomenal character. Like she is such a great character." And I'm glad that they were able to animate that. There are some more Darkness stories that are Darkness-centric that are coming up. They have announced a season 4, thankfully, of Konosuba. And so hopefully you're going to see one of those stories being adapted when the time comes.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. I know the voice cast wants to do the whole thing. And I know the team that helps make the anime wants to do the whole thing. I'm hoping that will be the case. I hope they adapt all of Konosuba. It may take another 10 years to do it, but I will watch it as the years go by.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Number 2. I don't.
Well,
There's a part of me that feels like we might have some matching ones here at number 2. I don't know why.
Right?
I don't know why. Watch me be wrong. Yeah, I was wrong.
Wow.
Well.
We have 2 Bleach ones.
We have 2 Bleach ones.
It's funny because I did have a little bit of a crush on Rukia at the beginning of when John, because Jonathan and I were in high school when we started watching Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
It was our first anime that we started watching. Once we kind of got in the groove of like, oh, we saw Cowboy Bebop. I wonder what else is an option. So Bleach was airing at the time, so we started watching Bleach. And I thought Rukia was really cute, and then Yoruichi showed up, and I was ruined for the rest of my life.
Yeah, so Yoruichi became not a cat anymore, and
yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a dark skinned girl. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And technically a cat girl too.
Yes, yeah. So
checks off all your boxes.
So I'm gonna throw it out there, Evan. You did something funny with this picture of Marin that I almost did for every single character, which I almost got a screenshot of every single time the character that I chose was barefoot.
Okay.
Like that was like, and I almost identified my waifus like every single. It was like just like a screenshot of like their feet and just like I did it. Can you identify them? But you can't.
I actually did my best to avoid that, but like this is an official drawing too, by the way. So like it's such a good, beautiful picture of Marin. She's like the kind of geek I look for, like someone who's really passionate about what she does, which is the cosplaying and the love of the anime, manga, and video games. And she's the type of person, the type of cosplayer that's not stuck up. She's not in it for the followers. She's not in it for the fame. She's in it because she loves it. And that's something that I look for, not just in a waifu character, but in a person as well.
Let's be honest though, like she's a unicorn. Like it's
I'll say this.
Seeing one.
I will say this. Here in Japan, like a lot of the cosplayers here that I have interacted with, especially at the Acosta events, which are shown in my Dress Up Darling, they do have a personality like Marin. Like they are passionate about what they do because they like it. They're not in it for the money. They're not trying to get cred, or what would you want to call it? They're not trying to get. What's the phrase I'm trying to think of? That
reputation.
Well, they're trying to. They're doing it because they want to become rich. They want to do it because they want the followers. What's the?
Clout?
They're doing it for like the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But like the people here in Japan, the ones that I've talked to at Acosta, a lot of it do it because they just really love cosplay. They love the animes that they are cosplaying as. They're maybe finding a Marin in America is super hard, but finding a Marin in Japan might be a little bit easier.
Well, finding a Marin in America who doesn't have diabetes is the real problem.
Yeah.
It's I'm gonna ruffle feathers with that one.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
See, the problem again, it's all right. I'll even the scales against Japan too. The reason why she's a unicorn is, again, we talked about with Japan, is like Japan. The reason why Japan makes so many great romance animes is because their romance situation in Japan is so bad. Right? Like no girls actually exist like this, because like we have like the American high school sweetheart, like, oh, we were high school sweethearts and then we got married and now we, have 10 kids and we lived happily ever after. That scenario doesn't really exist in Japan. It's all like going out and drinking and everybody's cheating on each other and like nobody's having a good time. And which is why Japan writes so many romance stories of like high schoolers falling in love, and it's like the perfect love stories because they are longing for this perfect love story.
Yeah.
And that's why Marin makes me so sad, because she honestly is like the perfect waifu.
Yeah.
Like all in all, Marin is the perfect waifu because she's actually unattainable, because nobody actually does that in Japan. It's like a very unhealthy relationship culture in Japan.
I know. Yeah. I've been on many dates here in Japan, so like,
right, yeah.
And it's like I'm dating people that are my age or a couple of years younger, and like, and then I never hear from them again. It's like, what are you looking for? What is it that you're looking for in a relationship? You're 38. I don't think you're, not to say it this way, but it's like, I don't think your prince on the white horse is ever going to show up if you're going to be super picky about everything.
I don't even know if it's picky. I just, because when you look at the interviews about the relationship problems in Japan, and they talk about cheating, they're just like, oh yeah, I just do it because it's fun. Like, that mindset alone is appalling, right?
Yeah.
And sad. It's really sad. And it's just like, oh yeah, no, I'm dating this guy right now, but I've already cheated on him, and I just do it because it's fun. You know, it's just like, okay, yeah, no wonder you guys are going extinct. Like, it's like, you just don't get it. Obviously, this isn't everybody, but it is a very big. It's a noticeable
problem. Yeah.
It's a noticeable problem that's been brought up by the Japanese locals themselves. Like, this isn't coming from me and speculating. This is like the word from Japanese people.
Yeah. All right.
So that's why I think Marin is the best. Is a correct answer and one of the best waifus, because Japan is very sad, and they need more Marins. Basically,
we need more Marins. Yes. Okay. So, before we get to our number one picks, so we have honorable mentions, and I'm curious what we have here. All right.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yes.
Yes, some very good honorable mentions.
Hey, Evan, how did you get my list? That's crazy. That was the answer that I had for you, was Hole of the Wolf. That was the other one that I had for you.
I almost, yeah. So...
I can see a little bit of crossover. Evan basically has literally everybody, except for maybe Holo. Literally every single one of those characters was on my consideration list.
Okay. Yeah, you have Urika from We Never Learn, female Ranma from Ranma 1/2, Motoko from Ghost in the Shell standalone complex version, where she actually has a better personality. Tiona from... It's Tiona, right? It's Tiona's
Tiona.
Yeah, Tiona from Danmachi, Holo from Space and Wolf, and this is a reason why she's honorable mention, because I keep forgetting her name from My Senpai is Annoying.
I did the same thing where it's just like, I don't remember their name. I guess I don't.
But she another really hot tomboy character. Like, Doga makes really good tomboy characters.
Well, that series just had great character designs in general.
I know. I got a poster of her right up here. I do have an android of Futaba, actually, actual size, 1-to-1 scale.
1-to-1 scale.
But yeah, it's such a good show. All of these are great shows, and I have it. Like the honorable mentions, like I need to honor this. You'll notice, behind me, I have a Love Hina poster, and like I was fighting whether or not to put a character from Love Hina on here, but like I couldn't really decide like which one of these characters, because when I was a kid, when I was watching Love Hina when it was coming out on DVD, because that was the only way you could watch Love Hina was on DVD when Bandai Entertainment would release them. It was Kaola-Su. I would love. I really liked. I really watched. But but now, present day me is like, yeah, I do like the character, but do I consider her a waifu now? And the answer probably, it definitely is no. But when I was at the same age
Right.
as Kaola-Su, yeah, I did. So that's why there's no Love Hina characters on my list.
For sure. Yeah, I had a lot of these were my number 10 spots, right? I had Maki Oza from Fire Force, and it's because I love the character designs of creator of Fire Force and
Atsushi Okamoto, I think his name is.
Yeah. And then I also have is it Shizuka from Zom 100?
Yeah, Shizuka
as well. And then Saya's on there, and then Uraraka from My Hero Academia, which is like the only good character in that show towards the end.
Shut your mouth.
No, Froppy's still the best character. Sulu.
But yeah,
Jiro, because I really like Jiro. Jiro was one of my favorite My Hero Academia student characters.
Yeah. I'm being facetious more so, but Misty is on that list too for the same reason why we're talking about characters like, oh yeah, when we were growing up, we were the same age, and that sort of thing. That's why she's on there, right? Mm-hmm. And then down at the bottom there, you see the entire
every Naruto girl
of Naruto.
Well, and I agree with that sentiment, because actually, instead of Ino, I almost did Rinko, and I would have gone into the longest rant about how Boruto just destroyed Rinko's character.
Oh, you mean Anko?
Anko, shoot, yeah. Who's Rinko? I don't remember. Anko. Yeah, and because Anko was always one of my favorite character designs out of Naruto. I was like, oh, cute, like short, spiky hair and fishnet, whatever. And she's like this fit. Yeah, she's like this this fit teacher who does the things, and there's like fat. Like it was like, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
So I would say number one for me though is Tamari, probably from that show for obvious reasons. But,
for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's
okay. And Andrew, I'm surprised with some of these ones that they are on your honorable mentions, especially how much you've talked up about a couple of these characters.
I'm guessing you're talking about Ukyo.
Yes.
I mean, Ukyo's another one where it's just like, I have an animation cell frame of Ukyo.
Yeah.
And that is like one of the best privileges ever. That is like, I own a piece of Ranma 1/2, and it's my favorite character. And then of course up at the top we have let me pull up her name, because it's one of those names. Sakura Bokusai Nonmon Zen Niari.
Chugimo poro kira poro.
And Hyper Police was one of those shows that was very limited. It wasn't like a full series, or it was a full series, but I don't think it ever really ran on. It only got released through like Manga USA and stuff, or US Manga Corps. And I love those anime, dude. I love US Manga Corps.
Yeah, it was like from that era of long ago and long forgotten, and the good old days.
Yep. And one of the greatest fantasy cat girls ever, which is Fam. And so Ruin Explorers, if you can somehow get a hold of Ruin Explorers, it is so worth your time, because it's only 6 episodes long, and I'm like one of the last people on Earth that has a DVD set of it. And I was gonna let my buddy borrow it so that he could watch it, because he's getting into anime. And then he's just like, is this rare? And I was like, yeah, it's rare. And he's like, I don't want to take this from you. And I was like, that is fine.
Just have him come over to your place and watch it.
Yeah, well, he's an agoraphobe, so that's not going to happen. Your Forger, obviously. Sasha Brous. Like I've ever since watching Attack on Titan, I've just talked about how much I absolutely adore Sasha Brous as a character. Mm-hmm. I know that we had mentioned Mikasa as a character, and where, yes, that's true. I do like my kudere muscle characters who just like kill things, but Sasha Brous was always like the big one. And then of course, out of like the whole Cowboy Bebop Outlaw Star Circle, you have Trigun, and Meryl Streif. Everybody's just like, I love Millie. Millie's so awesome. I was like, no, you guys are totally sleeping on Meryl Streif. Like
I actually did consider that as well for my list.
Yeah. So, all of our honorable mentions are correct. I agree with all of them. They are also all my shared honorable mentions. Because all of these are great character choices. I agree.
Yeah, and I believe it's because at your what is it? Your panel at the My Waifu is Not Weird panel, you said my waifu is all of the waifus.
Yeah, and people got very irate about that. You can't do that.
I really hope that's not what you did for number one. But I know, I have a feeling. I know who your number one's going to be.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Let's see.
Surprise you.
Okay.
Surprise you.
All right, here comes. Who are our number one waifus? It is boom.
Ha! You guys are so wrong. It your faces. Wow, these are all really obvious choices.
Very obvious choices.
I don't know, because Andrew, you had me pegged before I did. So originally it was going to be Rukia as number, because she was like the original. But then I took a step back and I was like, wait a minute, every single female character that I write is Winry Rockbell.
Yeah.
I think that she is a perfect character. I really do.
I remember back when we were getting into anime in high school, that was like the big thing, is that I remember all the way back from like 2008 going back to, our first anime Boston ever, and like us discovering anime and you're just being like, I'm in love with Winry Rockbell. Like I was just...
Did I? I don't remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I knew that one right from the get-go.
Well, that's funny because you knew before I did. So congratulations on that, because I'm glad I made the right choice, because I think I did. So she was in the number 2 spot up until about an hour ago. And
wow.
Yeah, and because I was taking a shower before the show started, and I how you have very important shower thoughts, and I was reflecting on my list of how I was going to present this, and I was like, oh my gosh, every character I've ever written is Winry, and so I changed it. I had that epiphany like an hour ago, or well, it's about 2 hours ago at this point, but it was a very recent thing that I was like, yep, that's got to change. Okay, that's it. That's solid and done. So, however, that being said, if she remained in second and Rukia ended up being my number 1 spot, it actually wouldn't have bothered me all that much.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the funny thing about me having Mirko, is Mirko won because of how dangerously obsessed I am with her. I am on the precipice of being clinically insane as far as how much I love this character.
Don't marry your hug pillow. Remember the rules. Remember
the rules, man.
Yeah. Especially because she has such little screen presence and actual involvement in the whole story of My Hero Academia. And I think that's what makes her such an effective waifu, is because she was able to make me obsessed with her. I was obsessed with this character design and with the character, and she's barely even in it.
Yeah.
And
who's
and
that?
I have all, I'm surrounded by figurines of her, I'm surrounded by art of her. It's bad. It is so bad. And I almost had to give the spot to Mirko, because of how great of a character she is. So I mean, My Hero Academia.
That's the thing about My Hero Academia is like, okay, so the main series is over. There's always the option of like giving some of these characters their own spin-off series. Miracle absolutely is one character where like, damn, I would read a Miracle manga.
Oh my gosh, dude, he would make $1 bajillion if he made a Mirko manga.
Yeah, from you. You'd be spending $1 bajillion to help make that happen.
Oh yeah, I'd be like,
you'd buy all the handshake tickets.
What's that?
I said you would buy all the handshake tickets.
That's right, yeah. But it's great, and it's funny because I don't draw a lot of fan art, and I attempted to draw Mirko at one time because I loved her so much, and then I was still like, I still can't do it. So and I still haven't gotten over that hump yet of, drawing Mirko as like one of my own, like I do with some other characters.
Like your own homage to Mirko.
Like not even my own homage to Mirko, because I have drawn dark-skinned bunny girls before because bunny girls are awesome. And
bunny girls are awesome, but the bunny girl outfit, nah.
No. It has to be like an actual like
legit bunny girl. Yeah.
Yeah, like Neko Mimi, bunny girl kind of a thing.
Yeah. Usagi Mimi.
Yeah. Or kimono.
Kimono Mimi. Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, of course, you guys were right. Like, it would be dumb if it wasn't correct. But Yoruichi also could have taken that spot because Yoruichi has been in that position for longer, and I am also surrounded by figurines of Yoruichi. So
yeah,
very good.
All right, and for me, you guys were correct. Well, one of you was correct. With
I got both of your number ones. I guessed both of your number ones on the
you guessed both of the number ones. Like, Megumin as a character is so well written. Like, she is the Chunubyo who actually has the powers.
Yep.
And that's an aspect of her that I love so much. Like, you have the character that in any other anime, she just has this wild and crazy imagination. And in real life, I love women who are very imaginative, who are dreamers and such.
Which is what I love about her, because because everybody still thinks she's such a dork.
Yes.
I know.
Yes, exactly. That's what makes Megumin great. It's like she's a dork. And
That's such a great way to describe it.
Even with her explosive powers, like, no one still takes her seriously. And it's mainly because she can only use it once. It's like
she only has one power.
She only has one power. She can only use it once a day. She's useless for the rest of it. But yet, she stands tall and declares herself the greatest arc wizard of all time. And, like, I love that about her. And going back to what we were talking about, Saya from Dagashikashi, like, I like the normal chested,
petite.
But I like the petite
washboard characters.
Petite washboard characters. And it's funny because, like, when you watch the Megumin spinoff, which isn't as strong as the main Konosuba series, when you watch the Megumin spinoff, the reason why she wanted to learn explosion magic was because she thought it would give her... Yeah.
It would give
which is hilarious. Yes. Which is hilarious. But, like, and one of the key factors too, again, that I look for in a woman in real life is humor, comedy. Megumin, I think, is legit like the funniest anime character of all time. In my funniest female anime character of all time. Like, every time she is on screen, like, from whether it's a line that she delivers, whether it's an action, or one of her facial reactions as well too. She's hilarious, and to me, like, that's what drags me more to the character Megumin as a waifu character, is like, she makes me laugh every time, and, like, to me, like, that was the key factor of what made her number one for me.
Nice. Wow. So something that I want to say is that throughout this whole thing, there was only one repeat, and it was Faye Valentine for me and Andrew. And
there were a couple of honorable mentions, but we don't count that. But yeah, Faye Valentine was... I was surprised. Like, I was ready to see Marin from My Dress Up Darling show up on one of your lists too.
Yeah, I mostly stayed away from the high school characters.
I did as well. Yeah, I did as well.
Which worked out perfectly fine. because there's plenty of options out there for plenty of options. But like it's like I don't know. I found that it was easy to, because that's the problem, right? Is anime is so there's so many series that just dwell in high school.
Yeah.
One of the characters that didn't make it to the honorable mentions list and should have been on my honorable mentions list that fits in that category is Sakaki-san from Azumanga Daioh.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was thinking about putting her on there too, but at the same time, it was like, nah, that feels like a weird choice.
No, yeah, for me, no, that was like, because when I was in high school, again, this is like, I watched Azumanga Daioh in high school, and my friends were like, we had it because we had the weird anime group kids, like we were all the weird anime kids and all the art kids and stuff, and that's what we were talking about. We're talking about waifus, and they're like who's a waifu of yours? And like one of my immediate answers was Sakaki-san from Azumanga Daioh. It's like, that's an interesting one. I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I actually have a figurine of Sakaki-san.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Nice. So, were there any omissions that you're surprised that any of us didn't choose?
No, I actually don't think so.
Not that I can think of, at least.
Yeah, I don't think I was surprised by anything. I think everything felt right, and especially for like, for the most part, our era of life when we got in. So like a lot of it's from the 90s and 2000s, and that seemed correct to me. So
yeah.
Well,
right.
I always found it interesting about myself that I kind of omit any kind of elfin lead character. Like there's like no elfin lead waifus. Like, it's my favorite series of all time, but I was like, there's no waifus in that show. It's
actually, now that you bring it up, that's a good point. Was anybody surprised that Haruko wasn't on my list?
Oh yeah. No, I guess not.
Yeah. No,
I actually don't like Haruko. Like that. She's very funny and everything like that, but she is not a character who like I'm interested in.
Yeah, it's like not a waifu character.
Yeah, right. No.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I'll add on my end too. So like there are two characters that some people might think that I would have put on this list. Some people might have thought I would put Takagi-san on the list, like teaching master.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
And some people might think I would have put like Ana Yamada from The Dangers in My Heart on my list as well too. Both are fantastic female characters, amazing characters. They're not my waifus at all because in my heart, they already belong to somebody. Like Takagi belongs to Nishikata. Yeah. Ana Yamada belongs to Ichigaya. Like they already have someone. It's like, nope, they are nobody's waifu. They already have someone on the show. Even though there are characteristics of them that I like, they're taken. They're taken. In my heart, they are taken. They're good characters. They're phenomenal characters, but I wouldn't feel right putting them on a waifu list at all.
Funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So yeah, those are that's our Defend Our Tens for top waifus of all time in anime. Now we have other characters.
I know we talked about it before, and like we were like, all right, let's save like the waifus of these things. But when we were also talking about the list, it's like I feel like we should do the same thing that we did for film, where like, all right, let's do a defend your 10 like Western animations and defend your 10 comic books or something like that,
Yeah. There's so many ideas I have for Defend Your 10 that I feel like there are a lot of ideas we could do for that.
Waifus of Western literature.
Hester Prynne.
Top 10 caveman drawing waifus. But yeah, we're gonna do a lot more Defend Your 10s because there's so many ideas, not just for waifus or husbandos, but there are so many aspects that we can defend. Even like greatest of all time, greatest anime of all time, Defender 10, which would be, for me, that's a super hard list to put together. I feel like there are lists that I feel like would be a real challenge
on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I feel like it would be fun is if we did a Defender 10, but we tried to make each other's lists and reveal them to each other, and then we'll say, like, was I close? Or, you know.
Oh my gosh, Evan, why is every single one Boku no Pico?
Evan, you got to stop putting that on your list.
Why is Kanojo on your list 5 times, JonStar?
Because it's right.
But yeah, we'll be doing more Defender 10s on future episodes. These are fun to do because it's not only are they great to reveal to the audience, but they're a great way to find out about each other in unique ways.
Yeah.
Yes. And for anybody who may have come in the middle of that, this is not serious. We're not going to marry a cartoon character. We don't think they're real. We're not actually attracted. No, I guess we are actually attracted to them, but like not in like a. Oh,
watch the beginning of the conversation for the.
Yeah.
Yes, please watch the beginning of the conversation because it's like we don't want to. Yeah, it's a game. Like what kind of qualifications do we look for in a woman? These are the characters that kind of share those, but we're not saying we want to marry someone exactly like them.
Yeah,
they have
it's
qualifications.
Fiction.
Yeah, exactly. It's fiction.
Nobody's gonna fit qualifications of a perfect ideal person.
Right.
You know, like because animation and character design works in ideals and archetypes, and people just don't work like that. So.
Exactly, and that's when we would cue the Ryan Gosling picture that you have and show that why he is not the perfect man. The eyes are a little different.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. That's right.
We ruined so many people's weekends.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. But that wraps up this week's episode of Duck Amuck in Japan. This was fun.
It was. This was a good one.
I know we can't do Defender 10 every week because it would lose a bit of a magic, but we're going to revisit this a lot more in the future.
Well, the thing that is important about the Defender 10 is it's fun for us to make these too.
Yes.
Like, I find it fun to make these and think about these kinds of things.
And I think that in the new era of Duck Amuck in Japan, with the visuals, it fits perfectly what we want to do. So
exactly. Yes.
Another part of it as well.
Yep. And we don't just have to cover anime. We could cover movies and music and video games. Yeah, this could be something special, that something unique that we could bring to the table in many different ways and forms. Well, not many different ways and forms. This exact same form, but just different things. This is the form. This is the form. This is the form, but we're just gonna do 4 different things.
Can't wait.
Can't wait either. So, before we wrap up completely, just want to let the viewers and listeners know that I will be at Anime Japan 2026. That's happening next month, August 28th and 20... no, not August. March 28th and 29th.
Like, I don't want to be 36 yet.
Yeah. March 28th and 29th at Tokyo Big Sight. I'll be there working on my new business cards. Just waiting for a little something from Andrew to make it complete. Yeah, it's... I'm excited. It was my first time going last year. It's a lot of fun, a lot of cool booths to see, a lot of cool events. Get to see the voice actors in person, talk about their roles, and me watching it, just being entertained and not fully understanding what they're talking about whatsoever. So, Anime Japan got coming up. Other than that, I think that's it on my end before we dive into our normal shameless plug. So Andrew, take it away.
Okay, well, if you guys want to check out what I have going on and what the heck am I drawing right now, you can head to solariansun.com, where you can read my comic book for free. I am currently posting up on chapter 13, and there's something upwards of like 300 and 50 pages for you guys to read totally for free. So go check that out if you want to check out Solarian Sun. But hey, you can also subscribe to Solarian Sun at patreon.com/AFLM, where for as little as $5 a month, you can read everything that I have available, plus all the new pages that come out. And if you are paying attention closely, I am currently drawing page 1007. And this is also the last chapter of Volume 5. And so you'll be seeing these kinds of pages really soon. And we're getting close to the end of the book. So if you want to keep up with me and check out all my social medias, you can head to Twitter and Instagram at AFLM_art.
Nice. Why does it look like he's got duck face?
Duck face.
Oh, that's his nose. That's his nose.
That's his nose.
Oh, I thought he was going like. All right, and JonStar.
Well, you can find me at the Line Block on Instagram. You can read my book for free, I Think Life's All Right. And you can also find all the doodles that I do and drawings on a daily basis. And today's Tetris score, I played classic Tetris over here on my CRT TV,
Nice.
is 251,108.
Oh, nice. We gotta do more showing of the Tetris in the future. I keep forgetting we have that set up. So
We have a Tetris
maybe,
cam.
yeah. But speaking of games, Steam Next Fest, as we mentioned, we will be diving into that on the next episode.
I'm already playing some games that I'm going to definitely be buying.
Oh,
I can't wait to talk about them. Like,
Nice.
seriously, I cannot wait to talk about it next time.
awesome. All right, and look forward to that. And of course, on my website, still b3crew.com. One more month to go before we move on to the new website, Duck Amuck in Japan, duckjapan.com. My socials will kind of still be the same. They will be the same. King Baby Duck ESH, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky. I want to still honor my past of being a part of the Electric Sisterhood. But I think the facebook.com/Boston Bass Brigade, and yes, even the Tumblr. I still post on Tumblr. I get more likes on Tumblr now these days because there's no more porn on Tumblr, and people need to go look at other things on Tumblr, so they go look at my things instead. Yeah,
Good deal.
it is a good deal. So those will probably have some name changes very, very soon. Other than that, yeah. That's it for this episode of Duck Amuck in Japan, and I hope you all enjoyed our reveals of our best anime waifus. That was fun. I was thinking,
objectively correct opinions of us liking these waifus.
yes. So, until next time, this is your King Baby Duck,
AFLM.
JonStar.
reminding you, if you're going to chase your dreams, make sure you run amok.
Come on. Make sure you run them up.
All right. Okay, bye.
Bye.